I've played YEEPS for the longest time. I've seen most of the updates, but most importantly, I was there during the lab update, arguably one of the best updates in YEEPS. When I came back from my YEEPS hiatus back in December, I had a sudden urge to create some content on the game. One of my first ideas was to recreate Minecraft things in YEEPS. It was fairly popular to recreate things from Minecraft in YEEPS because of the similarities. Okay, let's cut to the chase. I was about to make a 10-minute rant about YEEPS and wiring and Minecraft and TAMAGOTCHI, but you probably already know what all of those things are, and it would probably be very boring. But one of my favorite things about building stuff in YEEPS is when they show the prototype and how the project evolved over time. So I specifically recorded every day to show my work on this giant project. So enjoy. We've got an entirely blank canvas, and we're about to turn this into the greatest Tamagotchi recreated in YEEPS of all time. Here we go. The frame of the Tamagotchi is complete, which is super cool. It's looking good. I mean, it's looking like a square, but YEEPS is all square. See? Anyways, I'm gonna add some curves around it to make it look more smoother and more lifelike. So this is looking way smoother, but I wonder what it'll look like. Also, now it looks like an onion ring. Okay, so I made. Oh my gosh, those are way too big. Okay, I made the button smaller, and I'm gonna hop off for the night. See you tomorrow. Let's go. And I removed some of the buttons since they were too big. These are little placeholder things, but oh my god, guys. Okay, so guys, big reveal. There's a screen, and he has an idle animation, and there's food, sleep, walk, and oh my gosh, this is such a big hurdle in the development, but I added the buttons, and look at this. The pointer moves to that option, and this isn't really wired up, but if you were to press it, it would pick it. And this is, you won't understand this, but this was really complicated to make. Hi guys, I forgot to record, but here we go. Welcome to this Coolio thing. Yeah, so supposedly I can do this whole thing. Let me show you. So if I were to I would be kind of like teleported here, and I have to do this course to get the burger. What I do is, typical things. And then I make it to the burger, and then so I get in the burger, and now it's set off a thing where now I'd go over there. If I were to select it. But yeah, it should say correct and stuff, So that's all I've done really. Drum roll please. Yes, I added some stuff around the Tamagotchi, and I've had some rules. Depending on the icon, you may have to do a test to keep your pet alive, and I run out of room. Burger, do the food parkour, and then select the icon from the menu. Z's, put your pet to sleep by selecting the Z in the menu. Water, do the drink parkour, and then select the icon from the menu. So we've got I added another food parkour. We got all of this stuff. Another feature. This was the prototype for the water parkour, but I think the water parkour is going to be like only ups. Wow, these are going to be like parkour maps. So yeah. Okay, so I've just created the soda obby for you soda enthusiasts. You'll have to complete this challenge. And finally, I've added a punishment for, not completing your obby. If you do not complete it correctly or you die, you'll end up in the waiting room right here where your death will
Hold up. One of my biggest problems while creating this map was my lack of colors that I owned, because I needed to paint all of those receivers and sender, wiring blocks. And, they use colors for signal, and I only had a few colors. So obviously what I did was I asked one of my friends to paint one of them, and he left like an hour later, and I needed to use more of those specifically colored blocks. So I copy and pasted them. But one problem is that I actually accidentally copied a map earlier. So what happened was I accidentally pasted some other map, overlapping this map. So I almost thought about giving up after that. Like, that's just, you're just done for, right? But I wasn't giving up, because there's one thing I know. There's a way out of this. You see, YEEPS doesn't actually save your map every single second. In fact, if you leave your map, some of the stuff won't be saved from a minute earlier. So, if you're ever in a pickle, or you accidentally delete your whole entire map, there's one way out, and that's restarting your game. No, 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 no. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just want to say that this is a prototype, and I'm just testing things out. And obviously the W does nothing, but I'm just testing this out and stuff. But let me know what you think. Let me know what I should do, and let me know what I should build next with wiring. Yeah, it might be really hard, might be really easy. I don't know. Test it out. Test it out now in that code.